Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we're going to be showing you how we can boost retention and revenue with two-way SMS. All right, so we're going to start off with an intro. I know we mentioned in the beginning, Laura mentioned my name is Whitney, and that is Laura. Of course, I'll let Laura give you a little bit of her background, and then we'll jump in.
My background, I've been with Wellness Living. I'm going into my 7th year. Prior to that, I had a yoga, fitness, Pilates studio for 6 years, with not just appointments, but I had classes, events. There was actually 3 studios. And so I've sold them all, and I work here now at Wellness Living full time. I still teach, and so I just have a home studio. Like I said, and I've dealt with like MMA, you see here, yoga, Pilates. We have dog spas that use Wellness Living. So I've done thousands of demos over the years. So I'm going to be sharing with you also what I'm learning while I am talking to all of these thousands of business owners.
Thank you, Laura. And of course, like I said before, my name is Whitney. I have been working with Wellness Living for 5 years. Prior to that, I had managed a few different fitness studios, including Orange Theory Fitness, women's kickboxing. I was a personal trainer and kickboxing instructor as well. So I have a lot of background in the fitness world, but I have done thousands of demos. I've worked with a lot of different verticals and businesses as well. So we're going to dive in and, feel free to use the chat so that we are interacting. We're going to be answering your questions as we go along. All right, so I also want to remind you to direct all your questions to the question and answer box, but you can also use the chat. And then, of course, reminder, we have a lot of great resources available to you. So if you need any information on how to set up and use our all-in-one business management solution, make sure to check out our knowledge base. And Laura will be demoing a piece of that today as well. All right. So today we're going to be diving into the power of two-way SMS and how easy it is to manage client conversations in the message center. So we're going to show you how to boost engagement and retention, how to integrate your two-way SMS into your strategy, and how to streamline operations and client communications. So I really want everyone at the end of this webinar to be confident to start using SMS in their daily client communication and to see the huge benefits that two-way conversational text can have on not only building strong client relationships, but streamlining your business operations. So the different types of SMS communication are your one-way SMS, of course. So typically when businesses think of SMS, it's often one way. They're used for alerts, notifications, marketing messages. However, this limits your client engagement since recipients cannot respond. So with two-way SMS, this is going to allow clients to reply using preset responses. For example, yes to confirm. Whereas conversational SMS goes a little bit further. So this is going to enable real-time end-to-end conversations through Wellness Living's message center. So why do we want to enable these client responses? Well, we're going to be able to enhance that engagement, which is going to make your clients feel heard and build stronger relationships. We're also going to be able to collect valuable feedback. So it's going to provide insights into how we can improve services. We'll also be able to resolve issues quickly, so your clients can get immediate answers to concerns. This will help to boost conversions, so clients can express interest and act faster. And of course, we can build trust. So this is going to encourage transparency and credibility. All right, we're going to jump into another poll question here. And so the question here is, what do you think is the optimal number of SMS messages to send per month for effective conversions? So we have 1 to 2 messages, 3 to 5 messages, 6 to 8, or 9 plus. So I'll give you a few minutes here to answer that. All right, so 13% of you got 1 to 2 messages, 67% of you got 3 to 5, 13% got 6 to 8, and 7% got 9 plus. So the answer actually is that second category, 3 to 5 messages is optimal that you'll want to send per month. So good job, everyone. Thank you for participating. Your clients are always connected to their phones, making SMS one of the most effective communication channels. So it's great for higher engagement because SMS has a 98% open rate versus 30% for email and a 295% higher response rate than phone calls. This is also very preferred by clients because 85% of customers will prefer text over calls or emails, especially for services and appointments. Now, it's also very cost effective and you're going to have a high return on investment. So, at just 4 to 15 cents per message, SMS helps convert leads and retain clients. So, you're guaranteed to see a return on your investment from converting new leads and retaining existing clients. So, two-way SMS is highly engaging. It ensures that you're connecting with your clients, and it's the way that clients want to communicate with you. So, some rules of engagement when you're using SMS. You want to make it easy for them to, you want to make sure that it's easy to opt out. That's going to build trust and it also ensures the compliance with SMS regulations. Timing also matters. So, new clients, you want to follow up the day after into their intro class. If there's any clients that are absent, you want to be able to share exclusive offers to re engage them. Anytime you have appointments, you want to be able to send out those reminders 24 to 48 hours in advance. And of course, you can also set a do not disturb. So that way we're also respecting time zones. Now, rule number 3, you want to keep it concise. SMS has a 160 character limit, so just keep messages clear and to the point. Longer texts are split into multiple segments, so those are going to count as each one is going to count as one text message. Now, you want to ensure your messages are relevant to the client's journey. So number 4, this is where we're going to personalize and add that value. You can use custom variables like their first name, last name, staff name, etc. And this is where you can also provide clear updates, reminders, and offers that align with client interactions. Last but not least here, you want to include a strong call to action. You're going to be able to guide the clients on what to do next with action words like book now or reply to confirm. And by following these best practices, you're going to maximize engagement and create seamless communication experience for your clients. So let's start breaking Let's start breaking down the must-have SMS sends that you should incorporate into your client communication strategy, and begin to estimate how many SMS you could be sending a month. So just as a rule of thumb, when developing your SMS strategy, you want to use the 80-20 rule. So 80% of SMS should be automated. We're going to go over that a little bit later when Laura demos. And 20% of SMS should be one-to-one. So reaching out because of something that you discussed during a class or just in passing, and responding to clients. Now, lead capture is going to be very important. This is where you're going to have that immediate engagement. You can have the ability to add your personal touch, and you can, of course, add confirmation and verification. You'll also, of course, want to have those reminders for appointments and classes. This is going to help to reduce no-shows, improve punctuality among your clients, and it also helps reduce an admin work. And then, of course, your post-visit message. The benefits of this is that, it helps with client loyalty and relationship building. It's also going to encourage those repeat bookings. And of course, here, just before we dive into the demo, there's a couple more. If you ever see a decline in client engagement, you want to always be able to send out text messages just to re-engage them. Just a nice personal touch. You can have multiple touch points, but this is going to help motivate the clients and, of course, increase that retention. And we of course have win back campaigns. So again, just re-engaging. You might send out a promotional offer. You just want to send out something as a touch point, reminding your clients that you're here, we miss you. And text messaging is going to be great to do it because you're always just going to be able to get their attention. Um, all right, I'm going to pass it off to Laura. She's going to be demoing to you and showing you some of the things that I just went over.
Thank you, Whitney. And so that was great just to review really like what industry standards are. So now how do we do this? How do we implement it? How do we start? How do we know where to start? I just wanted to remind you that you can please type in any message that you have in Message Center. We do have George here that's going to be answering any of your questions. And if I don't see it when Whitney, just if it is any questions that come up, if you could just put it like you can just call it out. Okay. So just give me a second here and I'm just going to start sharing my screen. So, number one, where do we start? I think it's really important to note that your automated text messages or your manual text messages really stem from your client types and client groups. So if you haven't established that yet, that what I like, and when I'm giving you all this information, it's coming from a business owner mindset because there's so much power in client types and client groups. If you're not sure what a client type is or a client group is, I want to introduce you to the bottom left where we have now, if you're not familiar with this, a built-in like chat or like a chat GBT, like an Isaac. Incredibly powerful. This is going to be your new best friend. So I can just type in here and ask it like, what is a client type? And it's going to tell me what a client type is. So just for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through all the definitions, but this is something where you really need to focus on before we start going into everything with SMS. So here it is here. Okay. So I'm just going to close that down. So first and foremost, let's go into, okay, thank you very much. We'll just close you down now. All right, so what I would do right first off, go to your flower icon, the top left. Now, as you can see, I have Message Center already on my pull-out bar here. You can also pin it to the top as I have done as well. So when a text message comes through, you can see it immediately, respond to it immediately. So we'll go into the setup of it at the end as well. But the first thing that we're going to do is just going into the setup and like, again, where do you start? So go down to notifications. So flower icon setup and go into notifications. Client notifications and staff notifications are here. So you just want to set up an appointment reminder. So go into appointments, okay? And here are all of the different ways that you can send out a text message. Request, canceled, appointment confirmation, appointment request. Here's an appointment reminder. So I have it clicked on already. If you want to edit this, you can. We do give you some templates in here, but it's great because it gives you the variables. So it auto-populates. Hi, Whitney, a reminder for the following appointment. But again, you have all of these other variables that are included. So you can completely customize this. You can add something to this, can't wait to see you, etc. So know that that can be done. You can test it as well. And then you just click save and it's done. Okay, so step one, go through all of these different text messages, opportunities within the client, in the client notifications. What I am seeing from businesses, I would say, because these are all transactional based text messages, appointment reminders, anything that you want your client to see right away, send it as a text. I see a lot of like, welcome to, like MMA Las Vegas. I see that as an email sometimes. Sometimes it's a text, but we'll go through that more. But anything about billing, I see that as emails. Where I see like, thank you for your recent purchase or gift card information is often emailed as well. So at the end of the day, your client's the best. I mean, sadly, we're all on our phones 5 to 6 hours a day. I get the report. So imagine you're on your text messages all day. Your clients are on the text messages all day. I'm seeing the emails are part of the past. What's really, really gaining a lot of speed is text messages and obviously push notifications, which is the ability to, if you have a branded app, then you have the ability to send a message directly to the app on the phone. Yes, I can definitely have more than one. So if I wanted to text a gift card information, I can have all three selected, and it's going to go to everybody here. Okay, or via every avenue. Again, any questions, write them in the chat. Whitney, if I don't see them, if you could shout them out, that would be great. Staff notifications work the same, but again, they're just staff notifications. So I would have a really thorough look at all of this information first, okay, before you go into anywhere. Now, the step 3 that I would recommend, go to your dashboard. I like to keep track of my text messages. How many am I using? Right? What's my, right now it's just going to show, I think I have it on the day view. I might not have any text messages because this is my demo account. But for April, you can see I have 4. You can change the date range as well, but because if you go over your allotment, it's 5 cents per text. But we'll get into more of that subscription information later. But you can see and keep track of that you have 1 transactional, 0 marketing, 0 delivered, 3 failed. Again, I'm a demo account, it's going to happen. But you can see all your text messages information. How do I get this to my dashboard? Go into your reports, find your text message report, and then you can save it to your dashboard by the 3 dots at the top right. Okay. So now let's get to really how it's going to boost your sales and help with that conversion. Marketing. This is the biggest game changer for you. If you don't already, I highly, highly recommend that you have a lead capture, a call to action, something on your website, a pop-up that comes up asking your clients for a first name, last name. Maybe you're offering a trial week, a free promo, because you've got the email, right? You've got their email, you've got their text message, and imagine that all of a sudden somebody fills that out and they get an immediate text from you, saying, "Hi, it's Whitney from, Pure Bliss Hot Yoga. So glad you're here." I'm like, wow, like I'm impressed. If you have two-way text messaging on, the chances of you losing that lead are going to be less because you're saying, if there's anything I can do to help you, can I, is there anything that you need? Now you're able to respond to them right there. And the chances of you converting that are so, so much higher. Okay. So you have to enable your two-way text messaging. That's going to come through to the top because I have it pinned at the top. If you want to see that on your staff app, you have your staff app downloaded. And there's a message center at the bottom that you could be corresponding via text back and forth from your clients. It's nice because it's not attached to your own personal cell phone text messages. You have to go into the staff app, or you can be logged into the back end of Wellness Living to get those text messages. And you can see, I can sign you up right away. Okay. So 100% game changing. I would say 99% of the clients that I talk to are doing that exactly. Thank you for your interest. Any questions? Okay. So after that, another really powerful is client retention. So, Whitney, your membership is going to be up soon, or hey, this is like you have 3 classes left, 2 classes left. And in that text messaging, you're putting the direct URL of that appointment, of that class, of that purchase option, because each one has their own direct URL. So right then I've got a text message because we are not really checking our emails. And so you could really keep, reminding me. I mean, I think we can all agree since COVID, every communication is faster. People want faster, right or wrong. They want information right at their fingertips now. So text messaging is just game changing. Okay. So client retention, the visit campaign, unbelievably like changing your business here. I saw Hot Yoga Studio on the attendees here, and also martial arts. I've had a few demos lately where, or in any business, you offer a free trial, right? Offer a free week or a free month. And then how many of you are losing people after that first class free, or just coming to the first class or that trial? right? So then some people are phoning them, right? How do you get them back in? So a visit campaign can track that. So if I did my intro package at the MMA and you haven't seen me back, most MMAs or most businesses that do this, they have to call them. They're chasing people. This can track. How are you doing? How was your first class, right? If they message back, you have them right at your fingertips because a lot of times they ask questions. Or like hot yoga, where, it might be because I had a hot yoga studio as well. I lost a lot of people before I switched to Wellness Living. I had another software because hot yoga was like a little bit intimidating. It was a little bit warm. I had to call people, track them down. I would see them in the grocery store. And so now when I switched to Wellness Living, it would be as soon as they came for their first class, a message could go out to your client. How was your first class? I bet it was sweaty. I bet it maybe made you feel this way. You're okay, right? Nothing's going to happen. I'm here for you type of thing. And open that dialogue to them. That's going to absolutely boost your conversion. Again, this is for really any industry right now. The other one here, and again, once you have set up a client group, I've set up a client group in my demo account that after they have come to my business, after like once they hit their 100th class milestone, you can set it up as 25 appointments, 3 classes, whatever. You can have different increments. Congratulations on your 100th class, Laura or Whitney. And you can create in here in you can use email, you can use text. If you use email, you can go into our visual editor and actually create a document that has a certificate on it. But it'd be great, like congratulations on your 100th visit, and you get a text, and it could say, hey, come in for 10% off, or include a discount on it. So again, visit campaign, very, very highly used with text messaging. Client win back. Again, you can use that for if you're having any intro offer. Again, I'm just throwing out examples, or you haven't seen a client after X configurable amount of time. You can also see here that it comes with, you could see what all of these different campaigns do. Right under the little I, it explains it to you. Don't forget you have the little chat at the bottom that you can ask questions like, how do I create a welcome back campaign? So when I had my studio, it was typically if I hadn't seen them for 12 weeks, I would just a nice little tap on the shoulder, and I would start with a text that says, hi, it's Laura from Hot Yoga Georgina. We miss you. We'd love to get you back on your track of your goals. I'm here to help you. Is there anything I can do? Open-ended question. You're asking them a question. I'm looking at engaging. Okay, so again, the chances of me going to an email, the chances of me remembering to go to your website or to my profile and rejoining are slim nowadays. So engaging back and forth, I can do that for you, Whitney. I can, re-engage with you. I can, you have your credit card saved on file. I'll put through that purchase for you. Wow, thank you very much. Done. Okay. So again, here is the client win back. Any questions with this as we are going? I can't see the chat right now. All good? Okay, and please let me know if you find this helpful. If this is on the right path, let me know if there's something else as we're going through this. Please write it in the chat, and I can shift and show you some different things as well. Okay. So then from here, let's go into the actual message center. So I just want to note, if you're not sure of the message center, if you want some assistance, if you want to speak to somebody from Wellness Living about that, what would be the best for you? Where do you start? We're going to post an email address here to go to our growth team, where they can actually go to your website, sit down with you, look at what's set up, assist you with that, and put you into a subscription for text messaging that will help you. Because I know this can be very, very overwhelming, and you might not even know where to start. So I already have the message center already created here. Settings, you can go in. I've already asked, this is my phone number. You can search to see if like your area code and where you are. I wouldn't recommend changing, like once you've set your text message, I wouldn't recommend changing it, because then people might still have your old text message and wonder, okay, where did they go? So once you change it, keep it. I know a question that comes up often is, can I put a number in? The answer is no. It auto generates a number for you. Okay. So this is my inbox, but you can see that I have some read. I can see some replied, unread. I can see all that. So when I go into the read, you can see that I went through. You're going to see a lot of failed in here just because I'm a demo account, but you're going to be able to see back and forth. Okay, you can see all messages at the top right, manually sent, client notifications failed. You can see I've got that all. You can filter through. You can also start a new conversation. You can also start start a conversation right from their client profile. You can see that as soon as Alyssa, let's say Alyssa's a lead, I'm going to assign this to Carly, because Carly's my front desk manager, and she's going to follow up with her via email as well, or she can call her, because sometimes calling is really great too. Okay, so message center is here, and here are your different subscriptions. Okay, so when you have, like, some people might have the starter plan, people might have the business plan. This is going to change based on what you have currently. If you have the business plan, you get unlimited transactional text messages. So what does that mean? When we went up to the setup here, we went into notifications. These are what we call transactional text messages. You get these unlimited. Okay. Now, if they respond, that counts towards your 500 marketing text messages that you get a month. Okay, so all outgoing is unlimited. And note that you can also set up multiple reminders for an event or a class. And a lot of people ask me, well, how do I do that? Go into the actual appointment, classes and events, and you'll see in notifications. That is where you set up your multiple notifications. Okay. So back from here, transactional, staff, these are all as well. Transactional, which means they're included. Again, if they respond, it counts towards your 500. So let me go back into the text messaging. Just going to go into the subscriptions here. So you could, if you're not using text messages a lot, or maybe you want to test things out to find out accurately how many text messages that you are sending, put that text message report right on your dashboard, run it for a month, see how many text messages you're actually sending. And then it will have give you a better idea of what you're needing, what you're doing. But as I saw, almost 70% of you are trying to boost sales. So you may want to have like an additional 1,000. So on the business plan, you get 500 text messages. That's, again, all included. If you go over, it's 5 cents. But if you want an additional 1,000 text messages, which means now you have 1,500 text messages, right now it's only $39 a month. This is the most popular one, and this is the one that we're going to have on promo for you for attending this webinar. Whitney's going to explain that to the end. These don't come with contracts either for your subscription. So if you wanted to have like a 6-month marketing blitz, which I do recommend, that you're trying to get people back in, also, right, in knowing like what times of year are your slow times. So look at, okay, hot yoga for me, it was the summertime, right? Nobody comes in. So I'm going to really pump up my marketing for that, for my text messages, starting from probably March to all the way to October. Okay. So it just gives you some ideas here. So here's the text messages. Now let's talk about the last portion of this is let's talk about manually because everything that I showed you right now was all automated, which as we know is going to save you so much time. I look at the text messaging automation almost like an assistant. I look at the software as an assistant to my business. But okay, true story. We had a major ice storm here in Ontario. A lot of businesses were shut down. When I had my studio, a car went through my studio, and the software that I used prior to Wellness Living, it took me 3 days to export a client database, count all of the lines, and then put it through my Gmail. So in Wellness Living, if you wanted to get in touch with your clients right away, and again, you want to get right in, like right their attention, have your client tab at the top. I'm just going to clear some of these filters that I had earlier. Your client tab is going to show you all of your different client types. So in this case, I need to close down really quick and I'm going to highlight all of my clients. I have 211 clients. So this is including all my inactive, active. I can go in and filter because I might not want to send to my inactive, but in this case, I want to be in their face. I'm going to highlight everyone. Now, don't forget when you are sending to all of your clients, you want to select this little box here that includes all records from all pages. Okay. And now I'm going to go up to the top right and click on SMS. And now I'm going to write, we are closed due to ice storm. I don't really use a lot of emojis in my text messages because they do take up some character space. And please visit back, whichever. And then I hit send and it's gone. So that literally took me, 5 seconds to do. Boosting sales. What also works really well. So maybe it's the end of the month, you have to make rent, you need to boost sales. Create a discount code under the flower icon, the setup, that has an expiry date of, I don't know, 24 hours or 48 hours. Okay. Highlight all your clients, go to quick contact, go to SMS and say, 24-hour deal, discount code lasts, from now until then, you're offering 25% off, whatever the case may be. You want to create that urgency. Okay, so that discount code is going to disappear. Let them know this. Hit to send, and it's gone. Okay, that's probably one of my favorite ones. Is the based on the manual? It's just getting their attention. Okay. So back from here, I think we've covered everything that we were going to. Now, this is a lot of information. I understand it's a lot of information. Start small. Start with what resonated with you today. Maybe step one is just putting your messages at the top. Step two, putting your text messages on your dashboard. Keep a track of it, right? Go in, look at all of your different setups. What's going right away to my clients? Okay, maybe you want more text messaging. Maybe it's the marketing. Just do what you know. You know your clients best and start small. And then you'll see it gain momentum after time. See what your text message is like and then go from there. Again, I cannot reiterate enough that we are here for you to help you. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to our customer growth and we can meet with you and see what you've done, see how you've set it up, and then offer other suggestions. And that is pretty much it for my part, Whitney, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add.
Well, that was great. Thank you so much for that demo. I'm just gonna go through some of the pricing again. Like Laura had mentioned, we do have different subscription plans, and we have some discounts right now. So if you are interested in taking advantage of the offer, you can get 50% off for the first 3 months on any of our plans. except for the 1,000 messages. That one is at $39 per month. But any of these other plans, if you are looking to use a lot of text messages, we have the 50% off for first 3 months. You can email us at customergrowth@wellnessliving.com. And like Laura said, we will be here to help you. We can offer you some solutions and suggestions, and of course, get you set up on the plan that's going to work best for you. This 50% off offer does expire April 15th. So definitely let us know so we can get you set up and you can take advantage of this special offer.
Are there any questions? We do have some time left. We have about 15 minutes. We definitely respect your time. I just am so appreciative that you all found this time in your busy calendars to attend, and hopefully that you did learn at least one thing from this. But please, the chat is open and we are happy to help.
Absolutely. And if you'd like, you can also attend our next webinar. It's coming up on the 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's our Coach to Growth webinar series. So you can scan this to register. It will be Corey Sterling. So he's a lawyer and founder of Conscious Counsel. He will be teaching you how to bulletproof your business and offering legal secrets to protect and grow your studio. But like Laura said, feel free to ask any questions, take advantage of the chat or the Q&A box while we're here. We still have a little bit of time. And we definitely want to hear more from you.
You're very welcome, Jeff.
Very
Nice to meet
welcome.
you. If you send a group text, question came in. If you send a group texts, are you charged for each text person receiving or one? Great question, Heather. It is one text per person. So if you're going to send to 5 people, that counts towards your 5 text messages. If 3 people respond, now you're up to 8. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Jan.
Very
You're very
welcome.
welcome,
Thank
Heather.
you for your time.
We'll still stay on here because we still have some time because there's still some people here. But if you have to leave, totally understand. So you do not need a phone number. It's all through Wellness Living. Correct. It would all be generated. That phone number would be generated when you set up your text messaging. And if you're not sure, reach out to the growth. I don't know
Yeah,
their email address.
customergrowth@wellnessliving.com.
Customer growth. Yes.
I'll put it back.
But you're welcome, Maria. And if you haven't downloaded the staff app already, then you're going to be able to see the message icon at the very bottom. Test it out. Oh, I'm so glad, Kelda, that you are excited about sending some text messages. We'd love to hear how that goes for you. You'll see how powerful it is because I only answer texts. I don't think I answer emails. I barely pick up my phone anymore. All right, I think we're done. Whitney, do you want to wrap everything up?
Yeah. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, everyone, for your time. We look forward to hearing from you if you want to take advantage of learning more about how we can, use text messages to, of course, grow your business and all different ways of communication for your clients. Feel free to reach out to customergrowth@wellnessliving.com. And again, thank you so much for attending and for your time today.